Peace, love, and light. I am Picasso. This is Resolute Fathers. Welcome. You can join the Resolute Fathers Patreon for as little as $5 per month if you want exclusive content and information on child custody, co-parenting tips, on how to write a powerful affidavit. Also, if you want your child support modified, I mean, the list goes on. Resolute Fathers Patreon. And we accept donations on Cash App, which is Resolute Fathers. I have all that below in the description box. But today I'm going to be speaking about the separations of powers, the importance of separation of powers, our constitutional principle. Well, the concept is one of the most important parts of the American Republic under the American system. There is a legislature, an executive branch, and Supreme Court. Each branch of government keeps the other in check to make sure that no one branch becomes more powerful than another branch in the government. The separations of powers creates single roles for each branch of government. Here are some of the roles of each branch. In the legislative branch, the laws are created, budgets are passed, and wars are declared. The executive branch, listen carefully, enforces the laws that the legislative branch creates. The judicial branch determines which laws apply to specific cases. Okay? But let's say that the legislative branch had the power to create any law it wanted to. Any legislation or law could be passed, and there would not be a way to be against it. But the good thing is that there are two safeguards. Listen carefully, meaning if the executive branch disagreed with the law, it could be vetoed, or if a lawsuit was brought against this law, the judicial branch could decide if the law was constitutional or not. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Under the three branches, which branch do you think child support is under? The legislative branch, which make laws, the executive branch, which signs the law, of the judicial branch, which decides if laws are constitutional. I'm going to let you ponder on that for a minute. Child support is under the executive branch. You did? So, by our consent, when child support bring you, there, well, first of all, we are considered as fit parents until one of the parents go down there to the child support office. Then that's where they get the non-custodial parent and the custodial parent from. Because we must understand that any gender can be a non-custodial parent just as well as any gender can be a custodial parent. You feel me? I really need to, put that out there, because the way how, as we know and as we see, majority of the time, you will see majority of men, being on child support, but women can be on it as well. If you don't believe me, ask Holly Berry. But who's the daddy? I'm telling you, man, get the book. Get the book, fam. If you don't got it, get your copy, man. I'm telling you, real good information. It'll change your life. Now, I'm going to be reading from chapter 4, which is called the OCSE, the Central Authority, OCSE, which means Office of Child Support Enforcement. Yeah, I see that. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. But let me see. Okay. As we know, child support is under the executive agency, which mimics a court by the use of the judicial process of the court to make it appear that they have the capabilities to effectuate court orders. Be mindful that an administrative agency cannot give orders, but by your consent, they can enact a order against you. I'm gonna say it again. Be mindful that a administrative agency cannot give orders, but by your consent, they can enact a order against you. The Hague Convention is the power behind the federal funding program. Let's be mindful that child support is a federal funding program. Okay. On August 30th, 2016, President Obama signed the instrument of ratification for the convention. So we got to be mindful that child support is international. This is the reason why they can take your passport away from you, because they're international. As we go back to the three branches of government, like I told you, the legislative branch which make the laws, the executive branch signs the law, and the judicial branch decides if laws are constitutional. Okay? Here go another little diagram so y'all can see. You see that? Legislative, Congress, House of Representatives, the Senate, the executive, which is the president, and the vice president, and the judicial. They give you the pictures of the Supreme Court. And just a little jewel that I'm gonna drop too. If you want something to be done, fam, we should be mindful of the legislative branch, because they the ones that make the law. So if anything that's going on in your state or city, holler at your legislative folks that's in the legislative office or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You need to be buddies and friends with them. You feel me? Because like folks be so focused on the president. You want to be buddies with the folks that's sitting in the chairs of the legislative branch. If you want laws and things to be changed, or every 2 years you can go run for it to be senator or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We got to start doing things if we want changes to be done. But sitting around moping and complaining, all you doing is just wasting time, man. That's all you doing. We have to focus on the solution. We already know what the problem is, right? We already know what the problem is. There's one more thing that I want to talk about, which is parents' patriae, which means the government or any other authority regarded as the legal protector of citizens unable to protect themselves, which basically means that the so-called powers that be, they're your mom and daddy, and they see us as minors, which is in their eyes inferior in importance, size, or degree, basically unimportant. And they feel that, we as citizens need a guardian or some type of power over us. But if you know the game, once you start realizing that this is a game of chess that they're playing, and you know how to make them right moves, whatnot, you'll never fail. You'll always win. You feel me? You'll always win. Show support, man. Spread this video. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I'm just here just to drop a little 411, man. Cop the book. Who's the daddy? Cop the book, fam. Also join Resolute Fathers Patreon. And donate. You know what I'm saying? Resolute Fathers Cash Up, donate. $5, $10, or whatnot. It's just to help build this channel up, man. Build it up, man, because this word needs to be spread. And I'm looking for folks to join, man. True parents, true fathers, true riders, man. We a unit. Strength is in numbers. You feel me? Peace, love, and light.